It has been a long time since my last Chuck to Masters upload. However, I am back, better than ever. I'm very close to hitting Masters, about 400 elo off. And in this video, I'm going to show you two games where I won by doing basically nothing. They were like, it was beautiful. Like, I was just sitting there, I wasn't doing anything. We have this first game in Kaboom Canyon, of course. And a little tip for you: you always want to use 3 poles to set up in Heist. That makes it much quicker. That makes your go on safe easier. That is just better all around. However, in this one specific match, I decided to run 4 poles, and I'm gonna tell you why. If you look at the enemy comp, they have Colt, Melody, and Otis. So what I wanted to do is when I super in from spawn, I want to keep an invincibility shield, so I don't charge Otis super or hypercharge. I don't give Melody notes or her super so she can dash on safe. And I don't give Colt free super to break open the map. Right? So look at that. Their safe is already down to equal as our safe, and Colt has just opened up the map. Everyone's just gone their supers, and look at that, I've already gotten the second shield crack. That's why I'm using 4 poles. Normally, you want to use 3 poles because it's just a lot better, gets you on safe much faster. But in this one scenario, this one specific map against this specific team, I'm using 4 poles. Now, you can see that even if Otis mutes me with a super, it won't do anything because I'm still going to get onto the safe. I'm going to do 3,500 damage. Sure, I might not be able to get any more damage done with my attacks on safe, but that doesn't matter. I already did my job. I got 3,500 damage on the safe. I already charged a little bit of my next super back. And you can see there, they can't really do anything. Like, they weren't base racing, they were just trying to defend me. And I go in, get the safe down. That's game one. In game two, it was a little bit worse. I went on the right hand side, but Cole kind of just ran me down with the help of the Melody and Otis. And then we just couldn't push up lanes because Otis was kind of owning our crow. They had beautiful lanes right here. And as you can see, I went for a little bit of a double pole trick where you see I came up onto that pole and I threw a pole down onto the high safe. So now I'm set up and it's 100 to 99. We're winning. You're like, this is an easy win, right? No, they just started base racing us, which is what you got to do if you want to beat a Chuck. If you want to beat a Chuck, you need to try base race them, right? That's just what's happening. So you can see there they're kind of base racing us. We're kind of even now. I push in, but I don't see that they've cracked the safe. So they're kind of winning now. And I think this is where one of my biggest mistakes ensued. I was way too slow doing this. I should have put this post on. I should have threw my pole down on him instantly. I waited a little bit, I let him get him to 30%. And right now this is looking horrendous. Like, I honestly don't see a way in which this is winnable. Of course I am still trying. Like, it's hard, but I'm still trying. W Naggio, by the way, for getting that safe shield crack. Otherwise, it would have been an absolute rage bait. But yeah, they're just base racing us. I'm all the way up here, and there's not really much I can do. So we do end up losing this game. Let's go on to game three. Okay, game three. This was much better. I kind of suicided on the left hand side to just get this post on pole on the right. But now that it's down there, I can just kind of get set up much easier. Of course, I am running the 4 post setup. We've kind of switched our lanes, switched our matchups, looking for something good. I get the kill, and I'm already pushing up. I'm on safe. I'm trying to dodge this Otis super, but he doesn't even play it. So I get set up pretty comfortably. Just try not to feed Melody any supers. She can't base race. And look at that. We're clean. We're chilling. And honestly, they can't do anything anymore. I'm fully set up. They don't have a sizable lead. We haven't let them get any big cracks. I mean, just there we did let them get a lot of cracks, but right now they just cracked the safe. Like, sure, they're basically equal, but they've just cracked the safe. So I'm coming in to help the team now, and I'm just like, yeah, Loki, let me just get the crack on the safe. I do get that, and look at this. Ooh, cheeky little dodge by me, and that basically secures the game because now Naja is unsafe. Crow is pushing up. I'm pushing up as well. We get the next crack, and I see Otis as hypercharge. So in my mind, I'm like, yep, he's a few hits away from super. So as long as I super in with invincibility, so he can't get free hits, and I just run towards the Colt, I should be chilling. Otis has hyper super now, so he can interrupt my next super, and he doesn't use hypercharge for some reason. He just uses normal super. And right now, I'm just like throwing myself on safe. Like, I'm getting eradicated the millisecond I go on safe. But the thing is, with my invincibility shield, no one gets super from me. But yeah, safe 1 HP, and I just get my super on respawn. So I respawn do a little bit of lag walking, get on safe, and end up winning the game. Now these stats are like honestly next level. Like look at these stats, bro. 5 and 16 star player is insane. Like that's a screenshot and a half right there. Let's move on to game 2 of this video. So game 2. This is where I did absolutely nothing. I just kind of existed. It's in Ring of Fire. I was getting set up pretty easily right here. You know what I'm saying? Um, shout out. I think. Wait, was this the game? I think Pierce went Chuck. Wait, no, never mind. That was another game. Completely different game. My bad. Played a lot of ranked. 400 elo off. Just gotta flex that real quick. I need this Masters, bro. I need to be, to my knowledge, the first person to get Masters with Chuck only. I don't know if that's true, but like, if anyone else knows if that's true or not, tell me. But yeah, yeah. So you see, I got myself there. Now, Chuck inherently on this map, like he's not really gonna do much, right? He's just gonna be sitting here. But the way that this setup is worked out is he can like control the map, right? So what he can do is he can make it so that no one can actually step onto the zone. Like you can see that everyone's hesitant about stepping onto the zone. They're only stepping on when they're sure I'm dead. And look at that. Like sure they're stepping on zone now, but like that was a mistake. I would have gotten a double kill if it wasn't for my bad setup plays. Regardless though, as long as my team is alive and holding a decent amount of control, they can't step forward. Like they literally can't. There's nothing they can do. Anyways, in this position, I super back and I decide to replace my post because I don't want to go all the way back there when I super from the top. I want to like stay up top, do more pressure. So I do manage to get that, and I think in a few seconds you'll see what I mean. Never mind, I died. But yeah, I'm just kind of supering in, and the real point of playing Chuck in this map is basically making sure that the enemies can't actually like stand on the zone. Like you're just blocking off the enemies like optimal locations for them to stand on, like in their half of the zone. So they either have to come all the way into your side of the zone, or just don't stand on the zone at all. See you guys in the next game. All right, next game. What was I talking about for? Oh yeah. So basically, the enemies can choose either to stand in the direct place of the poles, right? They can either choose to just stand there and get ran over by me once I get my super, or they can decide to just not sit on the zone. And not sitting on the zone means that they just don't get any percentage, they don't get objective, and my team can just dominate them. Or alternatively, they can choose to stand on my team's side of the zone, on like the back right. But that's extremely hard to get to since it's surrounded by walls and water, and it's even harder to get out of since it's on our side in their coin and they're cornered. Sorry, my speaking isn't too good. Um, but yeah, that's just what makes Chuck so good. Like he doesn't even have to do anything. Like I was doing nothing this game. My teammates were tapping though because everyone had to say a max range. Everyone just had to like exist there. They couldn't do anything. It was free. Like that's just the power of Chuck. Even when he doesn't do anything, he does everything. Now that should be it for the video. I think. Yeah, as you can see, this is kind of a free win over here. And I also wanted to say I have joined a new organization. I will be making a video on that later as an analyst. And yeah, that's basically all I wanted to say. Hopefully, I can get masters by the end of the season. There's 1 week left. If any good players would like to assist me, hit me up because these randoms are making me want to tear my hair out. I've tilted quite a lot. However, I am very close to masters, and we're going to try hit it in the next 1 or 2 episodes. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.